we're broken as a country. What does it take to repair? How do we fix this? And I think that there's work to be done at the leadership government level, by which what I mean is, I'll look at three pieces of what I mean by government and political leadership. There's governance. Something that's become clear in these last 765 days is Israel doesn't have a constitution. We've paid a price for not having that. And I don't know that we need a full-blown US-style constitution, but we need rules of the game, because what's happening without them is there's just been too many conflicts of what authority does the Attorney General have? What authority does the Army have? What authority do the intelligence community have? And the rules of the game are being written mid-game. It can't work that way. There are too many fundamental structural things that we need clarity on, and I'm hopeful that we're going to have that at some point. The second piece about Israel is who's even playing the game, in what way. The issue of Haredim and their involvement in the country has become a hot issue, maybe the hot issue when it comes to people, but it's not the only one. It's a broader issue of really defining the interrelationship between inputs and outputs, service to the country, paying taxes to the country, the need for people to do those things if they want to or expect to benefit. And by the way, I actually think that going back to Ben Gurion, thinking he was doing something good at the time and giving a pass to 400 scholars, it's gotten out of control, but because the country has allowed it to. I don't blame the average Haredi person studying the yeshiva. They are doing what we allow them to do. It's a piece of what needs to be fixed. And also in terms of people, young leadership, with all due respect to all of the men, and they are all men, who think that they could be the next prime minister and who are vying to be the next prime minister. We need young leadership, and I'm confident that it's coming, and I sense that happening. So that's kind of involvement. The last piece that I'll talk about on the Israeli front, and my hope is, I don't know. What I'm about to say might be a political killer for anybody who thinks that they could be the next leader of Israel, but I look at our reality and I say, this notion that we've had for years of shrinking the problem, by which what I mean is, we're roughly 7.5 million Jews between the river and the sea, and roughly 7.5 million Arabs between the river and the sea. And we've been shrinking that reality. I just think we cannot do that anymore. And few political leaders in Israel are willing to say, we need to put this on the table and talk about it. I want leaders who are willing to do that. And I don't think that there is a short-term solution. I don't think there should be. Now is not the right time to be talking about a specific solution, but I want leadership who acknowledges that this is a reality, and for the sake of our kids and our grandkids, we want to start changing it. We're going to be strong. We're never going to be vulnerable, but we are prepared to start talking about a different future with our neighbors.